Welcome back to Vibration Mastermind. I'm Ralph, and if you've been feeling a soft, foggy drift, like the things that used to light you up now land as background noise, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to reawaken appetite, clarity, and momentum with 3 tiny, safe experiments called Contrast Calibration. Quick overview first. 3 micro-contrasts, each 90 to 180 seconds, designed to reset what stands out for you so you act from sharper alignment, not hedonic blur.
Let's dive in. I'm RC. Think of contrast like tapping a reset button for your attention. Small, intentional changes that make your preferences readable in. We'll keep everything conservative and reversible. Safety rules first. Use the default intensities we recommend. Never escalate without measurement. And if you have a history of disordered eating or trauma, skip the deprivation parts and use the alternatives we give.
Exactly. The science is simple. Sensory adaptation and hedonic treadmill mean repeated stimuli lose punch. Contrast, paired deprivation and amplification, creates a short, clean signal, so your brain notices difference again. We label each mini-contrast as a micro-experiment. Short, measurable, reversible. Always include a reversal trigger, a clear stop condition, before you start.
All right, let's define the method in one sentence. Micro-deprivation plus micro-amplification, paired with measurement and a pre-declared reversal trigger. You do the deprivation, notice the absence, then immediately amplify a positive version, sensory, schedule, or social. Record one quick metric and don't scale until you see consistent small improvements.
Mini Contrast 1. Sensory fast/amplify. Here's the default. 90 seconds of a sensory fast. Pick sound, vision, or taste. Then 90 seconds of focused amplification. Example script to follow. Find a chair, set a phone timer for 90 seconds, and for the fast, close your eyes and let silence be full. If you need accessibility alternatives, mute bright screens or wear noise-canceling headphones instead of complete silence.
I notice how vivid this is now. This sound, this color, this taste, it's clean. I choose the details I want to keep. Appetite 1 to 5. How much do I want this now?
Mini Contrast 2. Schedule contrast. Choose one low-value calendar slot you usually fill with passive scrolling or low-focus work. Remove it for 24 hours. That's the deprivation. Don't fill it immediately. Leave the time blank. Then, at the end of the 24 hours, reintroduce the slot as a prioritized appointment. Creative focus, 30 minutes, highest priority experiment. The decision test. If you take the slot when it returns, record clarity minutes. How many focused minutes you actually get.
Holding space as an experiment, do not autofill. If you reclaim this, bring a single outcome. 1 paragraph, 1 sketch, 1 pitch. That keeps it measurable. If you share calendar changes with others, add 1 sentence. Temporary experiment, happy to explain if needed. That reduces friction.
Mini Contrast 3. Social gratitude toggle. This is a tiny social experiment to shift attention from commentary to witness. The deprivation is pause your typical social commentary or automatic praise for 90 to 180 seconds, and instead ask one clear witness question to one person. Can I tell you one thing I noticed about you? And I'm only looking for one word back. Grateful, surprised, or curious. Use the consent script. Quick experiment. May I share one observation and ask one-word feedback? If not, say pass.
Why this works socially. You pause habitual responses and create an honest data point, a witness reaction that tells you how clearly your observation lands. Keep it low stakes. 1 person, 1 question, and choose private channels if you're worried about public friction. Always include the opt-out phrase, so consent is explicit.
Intensity and safety rules. The conservative defaults. Sensory contrasts at 90 seconds. Schedule deprivation 24 hours max for a single slot. Social toggle limited to 1 witness. Reversal triggers: any distress beyond mild discomfort, persistent thoughts about the experiment more than 24 hours after, or recommendations from a clinician. Stop and revert. If you have trauma or disordered history flags, substitute. Sensory substitution: notice a new positive stimulus instead of deprivation, or a temporal frame like, I'm going to notice this differently for the next hour.
Measurement: the 7-day contrast probe. Each day, pick one mini contrast or repeat one you tested. Track 3 simple metrics: appetite, 1 to 5, clarity minutes, how many minutes you spent on a chosen outcome, and follow-on actions, count of 1 to 2 step actions you took after the contrast. Use the quick journaling template: date, contrast type, appetite, clarity minutes, follow-on actions, 1-sentence observation.
Templates and copy-ready scripts. Sensory: 90s silence. Then 90s, I notice this detail now, I choose it. Calendar: holding space. Experiment: do not autofill. If reclaimed, bring a single outcome. Social consent: quick experiment. May I share one observation and ask for one-word feedback? Opt out by saying pass. Those are drop-in lines you can use immediately.
Common failure modes we see: performative extremes, making contrast dramatic for attention rather than data; avoidance disguised as fasting, pretending deprivation is growth when it masks procrastination; and social friction, skipping consent. Course correction: default down, measure, and be honest on the journal. If it feels like showmanship, reduce intensity and return to the 90-second baseline.
Worked examples to make this concrete. Money appetite reset: 90-second taste fast replaced by a 90-second focus on a single meaningful number. How much you'd accept for an offer. Then record appetite. Creative spark: remove one low-value calendar slot for 24 hours, then reintroduce it as a single sketch or paragraph appointment. Relationship appreciation: use the social toggle with one confidant. Ask for one-word feedback and notice how small gratitude changes your tone.
Okay, a very short guided micro-run. Sit upright, set a timer for 90 seconds. For this guided session, we'll do a sensory contrast. You can run now. Choose sound or vision. If sound, lower devices or close your eyes and notice silence. If vision, narrow your view. Pick one small object. Ready? Start the timer. Breathe in slowly. Breathe out. Notice the edges of silence or the color and shape in front of you. Keep attention there.
Timer ends. Now, flip to amplification. Open eyes if closed. Take a single deep breath and say quietly to yourself, "This is vivid. I notice. I choose." Spend 90 seconds with focused appreciation, texture, tone, clarity. When you're done, jot one line: appetite 1 to 5. How much does this matter now?
If that landed, great. You just ran a micro-contrast. Start the 7-day probe tomorrow. Pick one contrast each day, use the measurement fields, and treat this as data, not drama. If anything felt off, pause and use the substitutions we discussed, sensory substitution or temporal framing, and consult a clinician if old patterns surfaced.
Before we close, quick recap. Contrast calibration is small, reversible experiments that restore appetite, gratitude, and clarity. 3 ready-to-run mini-contrasts: sensory, schedule, social. Conservative defaults, explicit reversal triggers, and a 7-day probe to measure what actually changes. This isn't about hype. It's about making small, visible nudges that reveal what you really value.
We want to hear your results. If you try the 7-day probe, report one measured shift, appetite score change, or a clarity minute you didn't expect in our community or in the comments. Keep it simple. One metric, one sentence. That helps everyone learn quickly.
All right, that's it. Run the 3-minute sensory contrast now if you haven't. Start the 7-day probe tomorrow and treat the data like a microscope on your preferences. Small contrasts, big clarity. Until next time, keep choosing deliberately and keep your energy tuned.
Thanks for listening. If this episode helped you see something new, subscribe and share one tiny result. We'll read them and celebrate the small wins. See you on the probe.